I am with Ambassador Aisha Bello today, who is the Executive Director of Voice of the Girl Child and Vulnerable People Foundation. She's a writer, humanitarian, SGBB advocate, and a social entrepreneur. She is well experienced in leadership, entrepreneurship, project management, and advocacy. She is a global goodwill ambassador and also ambassador representing the Federation of International Gender and Human Rights. Welcome, Aisha. So please tell us about what exactly is your foundation doing? What are you doing to uplift the society?
As you said, I'm the Executive Director of Voice of the Girl Child and Vulnerable People Foundation. So from that word alone, it has given you a little bit of what we do, because our organization is thinking of ways of advancing women and girls. But we want to start with the girls because we believe that they are the foundational level that become women in future. So for me, I look at, okay, if we really want to uplift women and have this, reduce the barriers that is affecting women, as we all know, we need to start with the young girl out there. She needs to understand the power she holds as a girl child before becoming a woman. So basically, these are the things we do. We are like Voice, we advocate for their rights, we organize programs for them to be able to achieve their dreams in life. And basically, these are the things we do. So we focus on like 4 areas. We look at the issue of gender-based violence, which we all know is affecting a lot of people. Right. We look at the girl-child education. Then we look at women empowerment. We also look at sexual and reproductive health of adolescents, because these are ways that we can help the girl child to grow. If these 4 areas can be tackled, I believe that what we're talking about today about gender inequality will not be there anymore.
Yeah. I want to know more about women empowerment, but before that, just one basic question. What do you mean vulnerable? I mean, we know the literal meaning of vulnerable, but how are women vulnerable, women and girls vulnerable? Can you explain?
No, that's why I said the voice of the girl child and vulnerable. Vulnerable people, now it's no more about the gender aspect, if you look at it. So for me, I look at, although men can be vulnerable, women can be vulnerable as well, but basically I look at the orphans, people living with disabilities. These are people that for me I consider as vulnerable, while other vulnerability comes with experience. So there is I can't really define those kind of people, but as time goes on, experience makes you become vulnerable in a certain way.
Okay, coming to your third point that you said you are doing about women empowerment, what are you doing? What are you doing to uplift the women?
When you talk about, if you look at the history of women, for me, I'm from Nigeria and the northern part of Nigeria. There are a lot of things that has to do with culture and religion, our daily lives, let me put it that way. And I've come to realize that the major issue we are facing when it comes to GBV has a relationship with poverty, and also has a relationship with the way women have been treated. There is this narrative that, I don't know if Indians still have it, but there's this narrative anyway, like women are just for the house. But yes, for me, I believe that women are born with this kind of leadership and management skill, because if she's not provided with that skill, how do you expect her to manage her home? The truth is that, forget about being like the women stuff, but the women do a lot of leadership and management skill even at home. But if you look at it again the other way around, people go to school, MBS, to study leadership and management. Then why are they doing that? If you expect a woman to just be at home, sit in the house, and just become a leader and learn to manage, there are issues. And if we're trying to work on building morality, self-esteem, groom our children, upbringing of the child, then how well learned that woman is to train or to groom future generations? Because as a woman, we are like the mothers of generations upon generations.
Yes.
So if we are not given that particular space, how do you expect the society will be in future?